Happy holidays, everybody. God forbid I say Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or any other holiday that falls within the winter time, especially around December. But, oh well, hey, welcome to the final part to the holidays update to her Oasis escape to Match Island. Formerly Match Island, her tropical escape. Yeah, I know words. Anyways, hi. There's a few posts I wanted to talk about, but this one's going to be interesting because we're actually going to go into the main characters and whatnot. Or the new character we talked about, and man, that was wild for part 2 with the whole Nick situation. But anyways, I digress. Let's jump into some of these stuff here that they post, like this one. How's your Christmas spirit so far? Check the event decorations and magical holiday on the island, helping me to build hers. And it shows you some Christmas decorations examples here. Now, most of them are pretty new, in particular unique to this event, but still it's interesting to see regardless. And then we got this one. Who has the best fashion style for this hashtag Christmas? Check our latest event to help Amy build her Oasis during the holidays. See, this is what I don't understand. Is like they say Christmas here, it's obviously Christmas, but then they go holidays. This is stupid. You know, if they have multiple holidays, that makes sense, but just say it's a Christmas update, man. Anyways, and then of course, near the end of the year, going to 2022, Happy New Year, everybody! Yay! Everyone's in their Christmas getup and having fun. Yeah. Not much else there. But yeah, it's interesting that we see this going on, and honestly, pretty fun indeed. Anyways, let's jump back into the gameplay. We're taking off back from December the 14th, 2021. So yeah, when we last left off, we were just kind of finished with the questline, and things are not looking so great for Amy, as well as just the gang in total. And I made a little mention, if you remember from the end of part 2, that I said something about Bob being involved. Well, we finally got the bucket in question to be able to finish this. So why don't we put this thing down and see exactly what ended up happening with Bob, in a sense, to see if I was right on the money or was I wrong. Guess we're about to find out now, aren't we? Anyways, let's see what happens here. Yeah, let's put it there. Why not? Cool, a bucket. I just love them.
Ah, overdeveloped inner child. That usually happens when someone hasn't had the chance to live their childhood in a proper time. Do you spend much time in the park, young man?
Oh no, I just like buckets because they're a metaphor to the inevitable downfall of Mother Nature to man's hands. Of course.
Wow, I didn't see that coming. Fascinating. Now tell me more about the inevitable downfall of Mother Nature, young man.
Funny indeed, ha 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 ha. Of course Bob would be just like, I was close, by the way, very close. I didn't know how to spell close anyways. Yeah, see, I know how to spell. There you go. Close. Enough. Ah.
Hey, Ames, why did you bring over that annoying dude? I hate him.
Yeah, Ames, the guy's just not cool. Look at Huxley. He's a mess.
I'm not a mess. Why do I love something I'm scared of?
There's no use dwelling on that, Huxley. If you want to be analyzed by someone who's actually competent, you can come to me. Yeah, ignore that guy. He's a quack. He doesn't know anything.
Alright. Everybody calm down. I know I'll cheer you up. Some presents.
Oh boy, I hope the presents are actually worth a damn. God forbid you give people socks or something they don't want. Alright, so yeah, we can't do that because we need to get to near the end of the track to get her animation going. So once we get that, then we're finally done with this questline, and we're actually getting close to finishing the other questline, which is what we need to put down a globe, I think, in snow. Yeah, to help Amy with her depression. Anyways, after upsetting Nick from all that stuff, but yeah, man, Huxley, Why do you... What's with Huxley, man? He just says one thing and then immediately just like, ah, of course. Oh, boy. Anyways, yeah, so we got that going on for ourselves. Let's see this here. And I think with this giant snow globe, we would get what we need to get done. Well, one of the two things. I think the other thing we need is the actual snow. Yeah, so we got that done, so that's great. So that's Amy's present, a big giant snow globe. Isn't that cute? Yeah, I like it. Me like you a lot. But, yeah, just me being silly. But yeah, we're gonna finish this quest line off as well as everything else. And oh, look, I got a gingerbread, but at some point I got 101. What? Yeah. I don't know how I feel. It's just like, am I angry about it, or am I kind of like, I'm interested because I got money out of it. It's just like, I was like, oh, I got this already. Well, that's stupid. And I was like, oh, wait, 100. Well, maybe I'm not so upset. So weird, I know. Anyways, it's the 15th now. Well, I mean, it was the 15th, but we're kind of continuing on in the 15th. And I believe we are, yep, we got this here, the snow picture of the ice thing. So, you remember how there was an ice sculpture stuff? Yeah, so this is a snow version of that, like an actual sand version of it, which is interesting. Yeah, so fun indeed. Just having some interesting there. I thought it would be like snow, but I guess they must have designed it and then just changed it to be more like this. Unless this is a different version. Yeah, very odd. But it's still interesting regardless. So now we're on the 16th, and we're putting down this hospital because I have a feeling we're going to be needing this in the future to help with Prudence and her baby dada. I still can't believe that we found that out. God, this game, it's drama. So much. But yeah, we got that going. It's still, it's still sucky that we don't get decorations, man. It's supposed to be a Christmas update, but it doesn't feel like a Christmas update. Like, yeah, we got decorations and items and a new character, but still, it's like, yeah, so this is the house. Anyways, I'll be right back. Welcome back from the break. So, we finally have enough to put the actual snow version, not the sand one, which we just had. This is the snow one. This is the one we need, the one that's ice. For some reason, it's surviving in the hot desert, but, this is special. This is special ice. Ice that never melts. It's like that Simpson thing. It's just like, I invented a thing to help to make the snow not melt. For that one update. Way long ago. But anyways, let's put this down and finish this quest line off.
Oh, Grim, you made me a giant snow globe. I can't believe you did that. I'm sorry that I teased you, Nick. You really helped me realize a lot today. I get this consistent need to be working and working and working because I thought of being the greatest businesswoman to give me what I always wanted.
Yes, let's ignore the fact that businesswoman isn't spaced, but we all know.
When actually I should realize the greatest thing that could happen to me in Magi Island is getting to spend quality time with my friends. Do you think, maybe we could talk again someday?
Of course, Amy. I'll do anything that'll cause you to believe in your elf.
Aw, look at that. He's opening up to the Santa puns now. It's a Christmas miracle. Yeah, I know. Funny indeed, but... it's true. He is opening up to it. He's not being so judgmental. And we're getting close to the sleigh, so we just need to get a few more, right? But anyways, yeah, now we're going to go into here. After the next day in the 17th. Loading back into the game. Hey, we got a new pack. This weekend only. The Holiday Deer pack. With, if you've missed Lana back in August, you can get her. As well as the costume for Prudence and the new costume for Lana, which is the only one we got. And if you're curious, yes, if you didn't get her before, you can get her here. So there you go. Anyways, let's go ahead and buy it. Yay! You can hear that little... Like, I've turned it up a little bit so you can actually hear that, like weird Jamaican drum... I wouldn't say Jamaican, but, the steel drums, You know what I mean. I just say Jamaican drums because, you hear that in Jamaica, that's kind of like that kind of instrument thing going on there. There's There's a name for it, but I can't for the life of me remember it. It's just like those tropical drums. You know what I mean? Not the tribal drums, but the tropical ones. The one with the metal. I can't explain it, man. Maybe if I type... You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead on Google. I'm going to say, hey, Google, what tropical drums? Tropical drums. What are they? Dumb drum. Aw, that's cute. Look at them dancing. Look at them dancing. That's adorable. Anyways, yeah. So so we're gonna have him dance around like that, having some fun. Steel pan. Is that the name? The steel pan. I'm gonna see if that's what it is. Yeah, it is. That's what it is. It's a steel pan. That's the instrument I was thinking of. That's the sound they use when you successfully buy something. Like, you know how in the game, it's weird to say, but when you buy something in God, I had the name in my brain. And Snoopy, they're like, yay, woo! And this one is just playing nice music. That's weird, man. It's like so weird. And I was watching some videos on this too, and some people were talking about how they were into games like League of Legends and all that stuff, and games have a way to put sounds in there to make you feel good when you're kind of playing through the games and whatnot. And they said the only way they got out of that system and out of that loop is to mute the audio, and for some reason that did it. That made them go, yeah, this is not fun. So yeah, satisfying noises and all that. Anyways, we're on the 20th now. 5 more days until the big day, the big Santa day, the ho-ho-hos. God, and then we're going to just try to decorate this island with all the other items we need in order to finish this stuff off. Sorry, the reason I was laughing is because it reminded me of a stupid joke from, I hate to bring this up, so I love the Muppets, and they do Muppets, like Muppets Christmas Carol and all that. But they had another one that was special for TBS, which was, or no, NBC, you know, the Peacock channel. But anyways, it's like they had A Very Merry Muppet Christmas. I don't know if anyone actually ever watched that. It's now the 21st, so first day of winter and the winter solstice, or the lunar solstice, the longest day of the night. Longest night of the year. And we got Sand Pixie with a towel. Woohoo! I love that. Woohoo! I love doing this stupid stuff. So yeah, it looks like you only buy one of these, so that's interesting. But they didn't glitch out like the one back in October. Very, very weird. So this is how much I need. 45,000. Okay, cool. But yeah, one of the interesting things that I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, and we got a new costume for them, so that we can actually see their animations. But sorry, I'm just rambling on here. What I was wanting to say is back Very Merry Muppet Christmas, it was a whole... If you've seen the movie, you know, it's kind of a parody of It's a Wonderful Life, but with the Muppets. Weird, I know. But anyways, there was one moment where Pepe, the prawn, or the king prawn, wanted to try to entertain the guest while Kermit was doing his thing, like to go whatever, right? And he's like... Oh, no, it was Fozzie. That was what it was. Fozzie was doing the thing, and he was taking over for Fozzie. So he's, like, telling a joke. He's like, what a favor... Oh, wait, hold on. So, yeah, so this is what they do. So they, you know, one of them putting a toy in the box. The guy's packaging the box, and he's throwing in there, like, the good elves that they are, right? What's that weird... What's the toy they're packing, by the way? What is that bizarre thing? That looks so weird. Who would want that? Anyways, that was the 22nd. This is now the 23rd. And we actually finally got all the items we need. And that means we also get the sleigh, which is good because that means Amy can now do her animation and actually get a new character as well. But anyways, back to topic as I put this weird globe thing down. Pepe was in the audience. He was just like, what? I'm trying to do a Pepe voice. What are Santa's favorite tools, okay? Ho, ho, and ho, okay? Ho, ho, ho. It's what Santa says, okay? Gardening tools. I don't know. I just remember that. I don't know why I remember that particular line, but I did. And I guess it's just funny because Scatter Waldorf was making fun of him. He's like, oh, the shrimp is floundering. Ooh, he's like, you're getting me steamed, okay? Oh, steamed shrimp. Oh, about the cocktail sauce. Oh, God. I love the Muppets. They're great. You know, they should have a Muppets Town Builder game. That would, oh my God, that would be a dream come true. Yeah, but then it'll be owned by Disney, and God forbid. And you know what? That's true. The Disney has Disney Magic Kingdom, so the Muppets are kind of there in a way. But I just meant the actual Muppet. The only thing that was actually Muppets by itself was like my singing monster version of Muppets. Anyways, this is the animation that we have for Amy, the one that took us for a long time, and this is what she does. She just kind of has a present, and she throws out. And what's great about the way I place this is it looks like she's throwing it inside the bag. So she's taking from the bag and sending it inside the bag. And it's got Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Common Cupid, and I guess Screw, Donner, and Blitzen. There's only 6 of them, so we need 8. And, oh yeah, there's no Rudolph, by the way. Oh, but what about Rudolph? He's like the red nose, like he needs the light and everything like that. God, I know. But you can only get 6 reindeer. I'm sorry. The other 2 were just busy or something. They're retired. Got Blinky, Stinky, Minky, and Nicky. God, I'm so stupid sometimes. Why? I don't know why it is. I guess you know what? It's just because I'm entertaining and boring. How about that? Anyways, we got this done. So now we get to welcome a new character, Nick or Nicholas. And okay, cool. He's just faded in and out. So this is what he looks like. And as you can see, his special book is a notepad, which makes sense. And it has his Hawaiian shirt tucks on it. So interesting. Not really sandy, but eh.
To finally be retired. I've waited a long time for this, Grim. Thank you for persuading me. I was on the fence, but that beautiful camper did the trick. Now, what shall I do on my very first retirement day? I know. I'll make myself a nice apple juice to enjoy at the beach. They say the apples here are to die for.
Indeed, in the nick of time, it's called, by the way. What's funny about this, by the way, so he has relax, dress as Santa, fear analysis, so you get some of that. Oh, Avatar, and he's broken there too, by the way. What's funny about this, so this is what he does, right? He's resting, he's drinking his thing. It's funny how, like, him being an old man, right? He has to have a camper. Of course he does, right? And he lives next to Bob, because that's why I said. And what's funny about it is that he can't drive because there's no roads, so I guess he's kind of screwed there. But, oh well, that's his life. That's what he wants to do. But anyways, now we're going to get some apples. We're going to click on him and continue. And, yeah, just hold on one moment.
Sir!
Excuse me, are you talking to me?
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask you if you want Amy and myself to include you in her apple deliveries.
I can't hear you. Would you mind coming closer a bit?
I can't come closer. What if the sea sweeps me in?
Yeah, I purposely made him mute for a reason, so that whole thing makes sense.
Good. So I'll put you up for 1 apple for the time being, then.
Excellent. Thank you. Now, if you don't mind me asking, have you always been this scared?
I don't know. I think so. I can't remember not being scared of everything.
Uh-huh. Very interesting. Now tell me about your childhood.
Yeah, like every psychologist, what's your childhood like? By the way, different from a psychologist. A psychologist are the ones that put drugs in you. They're doctors. The psychologists are people that they do this type of thing. And how does that make you feel, right? So this is what he does. And it's funny how he's doing this, right? He's like, yeah, go ahead. Right, what's up with you? Okay. Let's repeat. Like he just stands up and sits down. I get it's because of a looping animation thing, but it's funny to see him just kind of going. Anyways, yeah, so we got that going on for ourselves, and now let's finish the main quest line. And click on Amy. And, oh, hold on.
Well, I hope you're happy. You've ruined everyone's fun. They weren't even happy about the presents.
Really? Me? Gosh, I never realized. Hey, everyone. I'm sorry if I was out of line today. I was just very happy because it's the first time I've been able to enjoy a holiday party. I hope you'll forgive me. I really like all of you. I tend to feel inadequate at parties, so I just start analyzing people. I promise I won't do that again.
I guess we can understand that, right, guys?
Excellent. Now, where'd Bob go? We were in the middle of a conversation, and I've got to say, he was very particular case.
Of course. I love how it ended like that. It's just like, yeah, he still wants to still analyze people, and Bob is more than happy to talk about it. But anyways, what I wanted to correct myself was it's not 6 reindeer, but 5 reindeer, because Rudolph is indeed there. For some reason, his light wasn't on, but now it is. Why? Why, God, why? Why did I not pay attention to that at first? Now I made myself look stupid. Well, at least I corrected myself in the video, so at least there's that. But still, oh god, my baby girl's yelling about something. Anyways, hold on a moment.
So I think the real problem is losing control. I don't like the feeling that I can't control things.
Have you ever thought of doing some therapy?
I haven't done therapy, but I can't control it. Ironic, isn't it?
It's funny how he's actually starting to realize that stuff himself.
Well, I guess there simply are things we can't control. It's good to accept that.
Exactly. Like you can't control being compared to Santa, right?
Huh. I never thought about it that way. I just lose my temper every time I hear someone call me Santa. Because I don't relate to him at all. But, to tell you the truth, I find that accepting things you can control is a much healthier approach. I think it's time to leave old grudges in the past.
I mean, I'm Jewish, for God's sakes. I think I'm relate more to the Grinch than I do to Santa. Dressed as Santa Claus. So this is the last quest, and this is what he does. He's just like putting the belt on. He's just kind of like a big, and like, ho 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 ho. Oh god, this is just so dumb, but it's fun dumb. You know what I mean? It's just, I love this. By the way, it's just funny. Yeah, but we still have some animations to still get to, like we need to get Sama's thing as well as Pixie's thing, because there's a cute animation with her and what do you call it? Some other, yeah. So right now I'm actually just trying to collect coins to finish off the actual thing. But yeah, so as you can see, there's Red-Nosed Reindeer right there. So you know. But yeah. There you go, Amy the Santa Claus. There's no beard or anything because, you know. But, yeah, okay. Why not Mrs. Claus? Can't she be, like, I get the whole, like, she's at the home front. She's at the man station thing. But, I mean, why can't she be? I remember watching, what was it, Arthur's Christmas. I love that movie, by the way. I love some of these movies, but Arthur Christmas was one of those fun movies. But I remember Mrs. Claus was, like, secretly the brains of the whole operation. Like, she just knows how to operate everything, like, but she acts like she doesn't take any credit of it. She just kind of, like, you know, she's there to help, right? So she's just like, she's like the glue that holds the family together, right? And we got some more big nose got some big nose gnomes. They're saying, who are calling big nose, big nose. Yeah, big nose over there again. Sponge. Oh god, I love Sponge. I love a lot of stuff, man. SpongeBob is a fun one. But yeah, anyways, got some cool snowman there. And now we just need 2,000 left. And then we've gotten everything. And then we'd actually get the tropical holiday tree. Yep. That's all we need now. Anyways, I'll be back. It's Christmas Eve, everybody!
I feel better already. Thank you, Huxley.
He's wearing the Santa suit from the picture. I'm happy.
Thank you for listening, Nick. Maybe someday you'll even find a way to control your urge to analyze everybody.
Wow, you're right. I was supposed to be retired, but here I am again, working away. I was about to set up a practice here in Mad Island. Can you imagine?
Luckily, I caught you in the nick of time.
So that's why they call it that. Yeah, so that's it. So that's how it ends on Christmas Eve of all things. So that's cool, man. I can't believe we actually made it to Christmas Eve. That's awesome. And the next day is going to be Christmas Day. Yeah, so yeah, the last clip we ended off on was actually still Christmas Eve. But I just, there's an interesting way of how I fade things. So if it fades in, that's the next day. But if it kind of does this weird sprinkling effect, that means it's still that same day. And then light flash is basically stopping and going. And then, of course, the big flash is like when something's, like, I guess, buying something or whatnot. Again, I have an interesting way of doing things, so they're not just random, they're kind of there to kind of show you things like times past, or it's still, again, it's interesting to kind of talk about, but kind of like subtle transitioning to make your brain go, oh, okay, so you don't even pay attention to that, but I'm telling you this now, that's how I do it. So if you're wondering why I fade things certain ways, now you know. So I have 100, so I can actually buy this, instead of, I could buy 2 or 1, but I'm buying the 1. I'm not sure where to put this, by the way. But yeah, now that we have all the stories done, now you're just gonna hear good old Grim talking to you for the time being. But yeah, we're getting close to finishing this. And then I guess I'm gonna try to get the costumes so that we can actually have their animations going and seeing that. But yeah, anyways, yeah, sure, why not? Let's put it right there. Right, so now we need another 1,000, or really 980 to go, because I got 20 there, if I want to be that realistic, but whatever. Anyways, now it's Christmas Day. Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. Ho ho. Hope you've gotten presents and hope you got what you wanted. I got all I wanted because I got everything I needed. So I finished on Christmas Day of all things, which is funny because honestly, this was during that time where you would think that I wouldn't be able to do anything on Christmas because spending time with the family, but I sneaked in this little gameplay during that time. It would have been interesting to hear what Grim back then had to say back during this time because, again, things were interesting. I think the only way to actually know about that was probably, the only good way to find out is we can finally collect this big prize tree, which is this small. What I've learned is that it starts small and then it's going to grow big. You watch. So this starts small, it looks nice and all, but then we come back in and it's going to grow huge. Grow big. I don't know why that is. It's like you grab it small and then it just grows. It just inflates itself. It's odd. But yeah, no, the only way that I actually know about talking back then was during this time. I also did Snoopy's Town Tales gameplay. Namely the I'm snapping, clapping. Trying to think with my brain, my scarecrow brain. It was, their Christmas update I actually did talk during, so you got that there. But yeah, she's like, he's reading the stories like, once upon a time, there was night before Christmas, and all throughout the house. And you see Amy with her big old mouth. Like, whoa! You don't say. Tell me more, Pixie. I don't know, what do you think he's reading? Do you think he's reading a Christmas story to Amy? Like, in this ridiculous costume right there? Or do you think that maybe he's reading his poem? Oh, God, that is like his whole thing. I still remember that, by the way. It's like, wow, that's actually quite good. You act surprised. like, he was offended. Like, he was just like, you thought it was going to be crap, didn't you? How dare you? And here I was taking you to my home. My home of Edge Island. The whole island is my home. I have no home. Anyways, meditate. No. It's a guy. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's, okay. So he's pretending to num, and then he just uses the nut, like an actual nutcracker to crack the nuts. He's pretending to be a nutcracker. Yeah, so the reason they're called nutcrackers is that they literally they're supposed to do that, which is actually crack nuts. But now that we got everything done, let's go ahead and finish everything off with the past.
Well, with 9 days remaining, I would say that I have finished Christmas. I mean, I finished this holiday update, and it's on Christmas of all days. So, yeah, how interesting is that? So, this is a grand prize for the collection, and it actually looks pretty nice, fully rendered in here. It's actually not that bad. I do dig it, and I think it pretty much fits with the theming here. Now, with everything else, like with the whole story and everything like that, the description made it turn out to be something completely different. Like you would think that it would have been, oh, there's something interesting going on. And it's like, no, it's exactly not what you think it is. And it's quite interesting. It's weird to put it that way. And, the whole story is kind of off. Like, it's just, woo, woo. That's the best way to describe it. And, I had some theories, but apparently I was kind of slightly off, but not by much. But overall, my overall thoughts, the items that were presented here was really nice. I actually like them, despite it being Christmas stuff. Only downside is that I know that this is basically in the, islands, so no snow, but it's kind of weird having, a summer, Christmas, but and I guess it makes it simpler so that they don't have to change the environment and waste money on something like this. So, there's that. Um, yeah. The other thing I want to talk about is that Huxley, can you move, please? I mean, you're blocking this whole thing here. Okay, yeah, everyone just wants to hover over here. That's nice. All right. Sorry. The other thing I wanted to talk about was some of the characters' items. If there was a way to get all the characters like costumes and whatnot through like the battle pass here, or some other way and method, that would have been at least great. But unfortunately, it's not, and I'm kind of ashamed. Like it's kind of a shame that that's the case. But what can you do? And it's simply, you know, as it's an odd thing. I will say with that. Also, let's talk about the new character Nick. Nick is an interesting guy. He's totally something like, oh, he looks like Santa, like he's Santa undercover. But no, it turns out he's just some random guy who is a psychologist, and it turns out he's causing a ruckus, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, he certainly is something interesting. He's an interesting fellow. At first, like he was kind of a dink when he came in, but I guess near the end he kind of redeemed himself. So there's that. And yeah, my overall thoughts. I actually don't hate this update. In fact, I kind of really I like it. The theming and everything like that. It was kind of cute. For our first ever Christmas one. I like it. We need some more space because it's going to turn into Tacky Island very soon. Because I want to try theming stuff. Like, this one here is kind of like that. But yeah, it's gonna look weird. It's gonna look like my mansion in a few updates. Oh man. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to make some room and change some things and put the stuff away. But yeah. The I think this might be the last clip to this video. I mean, it might not be. There might be something else that might be added into this update. During this time, I've heard there might be another bundle that comes through with some exclusive items, but I don't know for sure. I guess we just have to wait and see. But if it's gonna be like the Black Friday sale. But one thing I will state is something of interest is the next update is not going to be an event per se, but instead it's going to be like every time a new game comes out for like Pixowl, it seems like January is like the month that they just do quality of life updates. So it's not going to be a heavily updated thing like with theming and whatnot. Instead, it's going to fix a lot of the problems that this game's been suffering with, namely like the leveling system, this garbage, all the stuff is going to be fixed. So hopefully we can get this going and get this done. That's the hope. So yeah, hopefully everything gets fixed and I will know exactly what will come in, January. But January is going to be more of a relaxing month, and I might not do a video in January, to tell you the truth. It might just be an added bonus feature attached to February. I mean, the only reason I would go for January is if there's actually progression in the story, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. But yeah, as far as new updates go, holiday themes, most likely the next one won't be until February of Valentine's Day. That's my guess. And it's going to be interesting of who will come to the island, all that stuff. Because like I said, there are some characters I know that have already been showcased and made. So it's more or less when they'll appear and pop in. And yeah, again, I guess I'm really loving this little game. It's kind of cute. I just hope that it's making enough to justify it continuing, because currently, view-wise and all that, it seems like it's kind of low compared to the other games. And I guess it's because it's the subject matter and everything like that. It's nothing too eye-catching. So, let's see what happens. But, yeah, other than that, Merry Christmas, I guess.
And yeah, there you go. That's the end of everything there. And I just want to go ahead and say this. It is quite interesting that the whole update itself, like, again, it wasn't a bad update. I did like what it was overall. It was somewhat interesting, and yeah, it basically has all its stuff. Honestly, I just have this, what do you call it? It gave me a good thing in my heart. God, I'm so over. Anyways, I digress on all that stuff. Needless to say, this whole update was pretty cool altogether. And honestly, I did like it. And you know what? I decided to make a little tier list just to kind of show you what I think of stuff. So I'm going to show you this and give you my overall thoughts. So here it is for 2021, the 5 updates. So the best was the Halloween, because I was a sucker for Halloween. The second was this update here with the Christmas. Third was the Thanksgiving. Fourth was Farm Day, because it was just the update. And then the fifth worst one was the water park thing. And that was only because it wasn't really much. Like, it was just one little thing rather than a big thing. But that's to be expected. But anyways, with that in mind, it is going to be interesting moving forward, because this is going to be our new... basically, to put it bluntly, the new the next video coming up is going to be a 2-parter for January, because I actually did, spoiler alert, made a progression to the next area of stuff. So if you're curious on where I went from there, you'll see it very soon enough. And we're going to take a look at a new character and go from there. And what will make this interesting even more is because we're moving on to next year, I'm doing something else. Because I had success with Snoopy, this will be the last time you'll hear from me when it comes to talking normally within like the commentary. Instead, you'll hear me from the beginning, the end, and also my dialogue. Like, I'll be voicing characters, but the in-game dialogue is going to be from that time period. So you're going to hear stuff from January from there on. And if there's something I wanted to add that I didn't add previously, I will add myself in there, and you'll know, because the volume difference will be quite interesting. But yeah, that's about it for now. That's basically all I need to say. This whole update was quite interesting, and I did like what I saw. Yeah, it's a fun time to be had. All of the fun time to be had all, as it were. But yeah, anyways, with that in mind, I think that'll be it for now, and we will see you soon in the new year. So until then, I hope you have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a crazy Kwanzaa, a tip-top tent, and a solemn, dignified Ramadan. Yes, that is indeed a meme within Simpsons and Krusty, but I figured that'd be the best way because there's a lot of holidays in December. And of course, in January, February, Happy Chinese New Year, or Lunar New Year, whatever you call it. Yeah, lots of holidays in the wintertime. Great, hopefully 2022 is a good year for her Oasis, and it succeeds. Let's hope. See you soon in the new year.